Published, 17:33 Eastern Standard Time, the 20th of January 2019. Updated, 17:33 Eastern Standard Time, the 20th of January 2019. Rory McIlroy returns to action at the Farmers Insurance Open in California this week, with Paul McGinley backing him to come up with a solution to his Sunday problem. The Northern Irishman has been working with putting coach Brad Faxon in Florida over the past fortnight, as he seeks a return to the winner's circle for the first time in nearly a year. McIlroy has played plenty of good golf to the extent of finding himself in the final group on a Sunday on 7 separate occasions in the past 12 months, but each time he has come up short. Paul McGinley believes Rory McIlroy is close to ending his problems on the final day of events. "He don't think there's any doubt it has got into his head," said McGinley. "He's making mistakes on Sundays he wouldn't normally make if he was fully confident. But I saw a lot of him during the season opener in Hawaii recently, and liked what I saw. Brad helps with the mental side of putting, and that's what Rory needs. He's at his best when he's creative and not bogged down with technique." This is one of 6 events McIlroy will play in America in the build-up to his next tilt at the career Grand Slam at the Masters in April. "I think it makes perfect sense to stay in America given what's at stake when he gets to Augusta," said McGinley. "I know some people think he's fallen behind the likes of Brooks Koepka and Justin Thomas, but if he wins the Masters he puts himself on a completely different level. We're at an interesting stage in Rory's career. He's almost 30, settled in America, he's been at the top and got all the money he'll ever want. Now, can he reinvent himself for when he's in his 30s? That's what the great players have done. Look at Tiger Woods. Can Rory find a way back to those days in the final round when he would have a walk of destiny right from the start? We know he's got the right stuff inside, but can he bring it out again? I'm hopeful. I must say, he made the final group on 7 occasions in the past year but has come up short each time." McGinley, who is a member of the European Tours Board, finds himself on sensitive ground when asked about Rory's recent controversial comments regarding the circuit being merely a stepping stone for America. "I didn't understand why he said it, to be honest," said the Irishman. "We can all see that America is the place to be if you're a top 20 player in the world. Why wouldn't you want to play there, with 3 of the 4 majors there and everything else? I thought it was incredibly harsh, but we don't want to fall out with him. We all know him and like him, and he's an important part of our tour. I know people keep saying there must be an agenda, but if there is, I don't know about it. We hope he'll stay being a member this year, and know he will be a member next year, because there's no way he'll miss a Ryder Cup." McGinley feels McIlroy's comments about the role of the European Tour were harsh. Mention of the biennial competition inevitably brings us to Padraig Harrington's appointment as captain. "How amazing that 2 lads who grew up together in Dublin and went to the same school should both go on to lead Europe," is McGinley, who skippered Europe to victory at Gleneagles in 2014, miffed that he will not be one of Harrington's assistants next year. Former Ryder Cup captain McGinley has backed Padraig Harrington to succeed in the role and a bit of it, he said. "Neither of us wanted it. He was my best mate on tour and we'll have lots of conversations, but he's his own man. I know it's much harder to win away, but Padraig will have a fantastic team, and he'll have a course in Whistling Straits that has the look and feel of the desert courses in the Middle East that so many of the Euros know so well. The Americans will also be under massive pressure, after what happened in Paris last year. After we beat them in Gleneagles, they got their task force, they got everything they wanted, they won at home and they won a couple of President's Cups comfortably, but then they got to Versailles and lost by a bigger margin. The Tom Watson at Gleneagles. So, they'll be under huge pressure to come up with something, and Padraig is a master of exploiting that sort of situation. He's brilliant at downplaying expectations and placing the burden on his opponent. Look at his major wins. He always claimed he had an injury in the build-up, or he was tired. Then look what happened on this Sunday." McGinley still has that look as well, an undimmed passion for the game that now makes him one of its most astute observers. Having captained Europe to victory in 2014, McGinley is happy not being involved in 2020.